Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. I'm Lisa and I'm coming to you from Michigan, and this is Stash Tales. Stash Tales for September 2025. This is my monthly series where I'm showing you what I made in the month and what yarn came into my stash in the month and all of the numbers. Grams in and grams out, how many skeins I have in my stash, how many I've used so far this year, all that good stuff. I will have show notes right down below. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. I will have links to all of these all of these Stash Tales episodes. There'll be a playlist link right down below. And I will have all of the numbers out for you if you want to see all of the numbers. Yeah. I got coffee, pumpkin spice creamer, Stash Tales, insert DuckTales theme song. Woohoo! Alright, I'll show you my basket here, because we like to do that first. I'll show you the basket. Not as full, a little bit. It's my basket. Got some stuff in there. I have to say September was excellent for my grams out. That's all I'm saying. I kind of cheated a little bit, just a little bit. I'm planning on doing a destash. My friend Amy over at Happy Little Yarn, she's going to be destashing some of my yarn probably in November on her Instagram. So when that gets a little bit closer, I will give you all the details. But yeah, I went through my stash in September and I got rid of, I think it's about 30 skeins, but I'm only counting 17 out of my stash for the month because the rest of them I've been meaning to do a destash for a long time. So I had a little pile of yarn that I want to get rid of. So I'll talk about that more later, but that's my basket. And I'll show you my socks, my little sock pile. I don't have as many this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 6 pairs this week. Or this month. It's a little on the smaller side, but that's still 6 pairs in a month. It's pretty good. So there's all my socks. I'll go through them in a bit here, but I just like to show the pile of socks before I get started. Also, my little basket back here. This is all of the yarn that I've purchased, full skeins of yarn so far for the year. Now I have used a lot of them, so it might not look like a lot, but I have given myself permission to use anything in that basket and not wait until like the following year. So I have a little bit of hole right there, which is good because I have more yarn coming. My Freckled Whimsy is coming. And I won some yarn from Ruby and Roses. I'll show you that next time, but it's kind of a spoiler, but I might show it on my regular episode. I don't share yarn often on my regular episodes, but I might do that because it's beautiful. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but anyway, that's what I got in my basket. And I showed you that basket. I got my notes here. So when I finish something, I write it down, and when something comes in my stash, I write it down. So we'll go back and forth here. I do have some gift yarn too. Gift yarn does not count in my stash. It counts in my inventory, but I don't count it as grams in because I am trying to keep track of how much yarn I'm purchasing. Gift yarn does not count. So that's my rules. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, so first I got my Freckled Whimsy skein for September. We're just going to get started now. I've already used it, so yay. This was the baguettes in Bordeaux. I think that's how you say it. So this was a sock set, 125 grams into my stash. And then I finished my Scrappy Basket. I finished this earlier in the month, so I don't really remember much about it. I know I held 6 strands of fingering weight together. It's crochet. 3 strands were Knit Picks Felici, 3 different colorways. And then I held 3 strands of Knit Picks Stroll Ash because I had so much little balls of yarn in my stash. It was driving me crazy, so I decided to I pretty much used all of them. It's glorious. If you have a lot of stash scraps, I highly recommend this basket. Now it is kind of floppy, probably because it's fingering weight. If you use like cotton, it'd probably be a little more sturdier. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. Once you fill it with scraps, I think all of my baskets that I've made I've filled with scraps. So I might just do that. I don't know yet. But this was 304 grams out of my stash. Love it. On my Ravelry project pages, if you search for 72 stitches, it should show you all of my project pages, and I have a ton of projects of these scrap baskets, so I kind of just winged it. But the pattern is over there. I think it's called the Scrappy Yarn Basket, I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. But 304 grams out of my stash. That was pretty good. All right, now socks. I think it's the ones on the bottom. Yep. Did some Scrappy Opal socks. I believe this was the last of the Purple Circle Yarn Co. Advent. I divided it into 3 groups of 8. That's 24, yes. And I did a pair of socks with the first 8, and then the second 8, and the last 8 for all the days. This was the last one. I think it's 17 through 24, I think. This was the Advent from last year. These were 64 grams out of my stash. And spoiler alert, I did end up buying the Purple Circle Yarn Co. Advent for this year. My mystery, or not mystery, in August I purchased like 10 gram minis, like 30 10 gram minis, and that package is still MIA. I don't know where it's at. Well, I know where it's at. It's in New York somewhere. It's just chilling over there. So she gave me a little discount code for the Advent, so I just decided to buy it. And we're just waiting to see if that yarn ever arrives. I didn't do a full refund. I know it's coming. It's just taking its time. And I got a pretty good discount on the Advent, so it all works out. These are a gift. I think all of my socks are gifts. No, that's a lie. 2 of them are mine. All right, and here is the Freckled Whimsy ones. Finish those. These were also 64 grams. I love these. They're so good. 64 grams. So that's what the colorway looks like. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. These are mine. Keeping these. I was gonna give them to my mom, but she didn't. She absolutely hates this color. I'm like, it's peanut butter. It looks like peanut butter. And she's like, no, it looks like something else. She says it looks like baby poop. I don't know. I think it looks like peanut butter. So anyway, she didn't like that color, so I am keeping these. 64 grams, like I said. So those are for me. And then some yarn came into my stash, but I used it, so here, this is what you're gonna look at. We'll show next. Yeah, we'll show my blanket next. So this is the Ruby and Roses Color Wheel Club Tangerine. I think this is month 4. I think it's month 4. I bought the 10-gram mini set. So there's 15 colors, 10 grams each, for a total of 150 grams into my stash. I love it. I can't wait to use all these to make scrappy socks. Still don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I still have a while to think about it. I'm going to wait till I'm all done with this project before I start that. So 150 grams in my stash. And then we'll talk about the blanket. Oh, I was so happy when I got those minis. I like instantly, I'm like, drop everything. Because I didn't work on it in August because she was a little behind. We had to wait a little bit to get the month 4. So it's the top row here. So this is the Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. This is a DK weight version. I still did 20 by 20 stitches. I used a US 4 and I held it double with itself. So I cake up all the minis, pull from the outside and the inside. That's how I do it. And this one's probably my favorite. Love that one. So we got a lot of peaches and oranges and a little bit of pinks. There's still some pinks in there. The next one is, I think it's like yellows. I don't remember, but it should be coming pretty soon. And each square is 8 grams. So that is 120 grams out of my stash. So it's about 30 grams left after I do this. So I would love to get the 20-gram set, but that would have been so much money. I'm trying to save a little bit of money here. Love it. It smells so good. I know I say that every time with Ruby and Roses, but if you have any, you know the smell, and it's, love it. I am weaving in my ends as I go. This is the back side. And I do have a project page for this on Ravelry if you want to check it out. So, yep. 15 squares. 120 grams. And it's heavy too. It's getting heavy. Ooh. Looking forward to having that blanket done and using it. Okay. Now we got socks. Which ones? These ones. More scrappy socks. I was into scrappy socks this month. I think I have like 4 pairs. 4 pairs are scrappy. So this was my friend Amy from Happy Little Yarn made me a birthday advent, a Taylor Swift birthday advent last year, I think. And so she took a bunch of minis and she renamed them Taylor Swift songs. And there's a little guessing game. I loved it. So this is all of the yarns except the top is scrap for my stash. So there were 17 minis because my birthday's on August 17th. And these were 60 grams out of my stash. These are a gift. And then some yarn came in my stash. Some more yarn. This might be it, I think. Yeah, that I purchased anyway. So I got the Sewrella Taylor Swift Yarn Club. I thought the yarn was going to be called August, but it's the month August. So I was like, so when I opened it, I'm like, I thought it was supposed to be called August. What is this? So it's so high school. It's beautiful. And there's her tag. It's gold. So my plan with these is to collect them all and make a blanket. Probably a cozy comfort throw, I think. I haven't decided. I'm going to hold each color with itself. Or if I'm going to, I have some undyed still. I still have a Cozy Comfort Throw on the Needles. I need to finish that one first. I'm holding that with scraps and an undyed. So depending on how much undyed I have left, I might hold it with that. I don't know yet. If I did held it with an undyed, I will have extra to do like scrappy socks or something with, but so we'll see. But there we are, 100 grams to my stash. So High School was the colorway name. I don't know if I said that. And I have it on the nylon sock base, which is 75/25 Superwash Merino nylon. That's a new base of hers. I loved her yarn before, but she didn't have a 75/25 4-ply. And now she does, and I haven't knit with it, but just feeling it, it's gonna be nice to knit with. Love it. Okay, now we got one more pair of socks, and then we're going to my blanket. Which ones? These ones. So I took my Freckled Whimsy Yarn of the Month Club from July, August, and September and mixed them together. So there is July, and then there is August. August was a 12 stripe repeat, and then this was September that you just saw right here. I still got more of this yarn left. Still got enough to do some more scrappy socks with it. So I tried to do at least a repeat of each color. This was a full repeat. This one was a full repeat. This one was a full repeat plus 2 colors. And the cuffs and toes are a lemonade shop. These are also a gift. And these were 63 grams out of my stash. All right, now I need to move my basket for a minute. We're going to talk about my Marold Magic blanket. You all know this blanket. You won't see it for a bit after today, because the Stephen West MCAL is coming up. So this might be taking a break. We'll see. I have no idea. Alright, let's see if I can do this. I have all my section numbers written down. Let's see if I can remember which is which. So I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. So section 11. And I put stitch markers on all of them. Oh my word, where is it? I believe I should have looked at this before I started recording. This one is 16. This one's 15. This one's probably 14, 13. All right. I believe this section is 11. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Section 11. It's on barber cords, so you can't see all of it. It's a seed stitch section, and that was 63 grams. This is my Marold Magic blanket by Stephen West, holding 2 strands of fingering weight together, US 8th. So that's section 11. And then this is section 12 right here. I love this section. Loved it. I held a Snip Pick stroll with a Hue logo, I think. And this is 40 grams. Love it. And 13 was this green section right here. Right there. and that was 70 grams. Is that right? Yes, 70 grams. And then we had another seed stitch section, the rainbow one. Oh, love it. That was 121 grams. And then 15 was this green section. I held green and like a gold together. Love it. That one was 61 grams. And then 16 is this one right there. That's another big one. That was 100 and, excuse you, I'm trying to record right now, honking your horn, 128 grams. So this, yep, section 16. So I think I have 12 sections left, and this will be done. I did order some extra cords so that he has you pick up all the way around, all the stitches all the way around, and then do a I-cord bind off. So I will need some extra needles. I'm using my interchangeable needles for this, so I just have some stoppers and some extra cords, and we'll see. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the border. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough to do like the same color all the way around, so I might just do Scrappy. Or like maybe do one color on each side, a different color on all 4 sides. I don't know yet. But that's my blanket. That was a total of 357 grams. Not as much as last month, but last month was 605. I had some big sections in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I finished 5 sections last month. This time 6, but they were a little bit smaller. My favorite one is the rainbow one. That's my favorite one, even though it's seed stitch. So that's my blanket. 357 grams. It's also another great stash buster if you have lots of yarn and want to get rid of it. Okay, now we got some more socks. This one is Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club, 6 colorways. I did like 5 stripes, 4 stripes, 3 stripes, between 3 and 6 stripes. I think this was the one that I used the most. I used a full repeat on that. These are also a gift, and these are 62 grams out of my stash. Love these. I still have 4 colorways, Halloween colorways in there. I'm hoping this month, or October I mean, to work on those. That's the plan. All right, one more pair of socks. I'd finish these Saturday. I didn't tell you the date. It's Saturday. It's not Saturday. It's Monday. September 29th. It's not Saturday. So these are going to be a little bit of a spoiler. I have not shared these on my regular episode, but oh my word. I finished these in 3 days. I just wanted to get to that. I just wanted to get to the stripes. So this is Ruby and Roses, Invisible String, and then I have some scraps from Ruby and Roses. I think, did I show these on my podcast? I don't remember if I shared these already. Look at these. I love them so much. Actually, I think I did have them started. I think so. So, yep, I went over I'm not going to go over the details on the stripes. It's in my other episode. I also have a Ravelry project page for this, if you want to check it out. Oh my word, I love these. I love them so much. These are 70 grams. I'm just like staring at them. Love them. I did cast on another pair of these with some stripes. So you'll see those on my next episode. Will they be done? It's a possibility because today's Monday. I started them yesterday. So yeah, I could have them done before the MCal. Probably. These are mine. So yeah, 2 pairs for me, 4 pairs, 4 gifts. So I think that's pretty good. Then I'm gonna show you my gift yarn here before I talk about my Destash. I don't know if I will do a video with all of my yarn for Destash. I'm not gonna show it. Or maybe I'll just let it be a surprise. But I do have, I guess we'll just talk about my Destash first since I'm talking about it. So I destashed 17 skeins, which is a total of 1,700 grams. There are some that are sock sets, but I didn't worry about getting too particular. I think there's only 1 or 2 that are sock sets. So I have 8 skeins of Desert Vista Dye Works. I have a couple Freckled Whimsy sets. I have a Night Owl Fibers one. There's some commercial yarn in there. I think paint box. And I do have some Jinx yarn. I have 2 skeins of Jinx yarn. I should have knit that like a long time ago, back when I liked 80-20. I don't like 80-20 for socks anymore, and I don't know what I'm going to use it, and it's just been sitting in my stash, so I'm going to get rid of those. And I do have a coloring book yarn. That's another rare one. I don't think either of those dye anymore. And a cozy knitter. I have a cozy knitter. I don't know, that's all I can think of off the top of my head, but that's coming in November sometime from Happy Little Yarns Destash Instagram account. So yeah, that was a lot. That's kind of cheating, but it's fine. I'm counting it. And then my friend Eunice from Therapy by Craft, she sent me some birthday yarn. It was a little late. That's fine. This is a Joanne yarn. Holding it upside down. Once I saw some people buying this. It was not in my Joanne store. My Joanne was very teeny tiny. They did not have any sock yarn whatsoever, which is disappointing. Every time I went, I looked, but I did not see any. And once Joanne was closing down, there, you know, it was official. I was on their website and I was trying to buy this, and it sold out. Like, it was gone. And I was like, oh, I wanted some. But she found me a skein. I don't know if she bought it for me in particular, but I know she knit socks out of this already. So I'm holding it upside down again. Oh my word. So this is 100 grams. The colorway is Carnival Splash Stripe. I believe it's, oh, does it say what the, there it is. 75 superwash merino wool, 25% polyamide. I think polyamide is another nylon type, but it kind of feels like Opal a little bit, a little rustic. I can't wait to knit this. I saw what it looks like knit up. I'm excited to knit these. So we're just counting this as a skein into my stash, not counting it as grams in. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's how I do it. All right, now you're ready for the total numbers. All right, number of skeins in my stash. This is exciting, just because I told you I destashed 17 skeins. So this is a good number this month. So in September 1st, I had 221 skeins. And now I have 190. I'm under 200 skeins of yarn, guys. That's exciting. So that's 31 skeins out of my stash. So that's including the 17 plus all of the stuff that I've knit. I think I took out the Scrappy Basket. I took out 6 skeins of Felici for that. Did not use the full 6, but I used probably like 3. I'll say maybe 4. I used all 3 and then a little bit of the next 3. So yeah, that's all of the, yeah, I'm under 200, so let's keep it that way. We'll see. All right, grams in, 375. That is excellent. Pat, pat, pat. Good job. I think that's correct. It feels a little low, but I have, oh, that's probably right. Maybe it's not. No, that's right. That's right. Because I have 125, 150, and 100. That's 375. Okay. Grams out. If it's not, I'm embarrassing myself. But okay, we're just going to trust it. Grams out. 2,290. So that includes the 1,700 from my stash, plus everything I made. So that is a net of 2,615. That's my best so far, but also it's kind of cheating. Even before I put my destash in there, I used over 1,000 grams. So I'm counting it. It's good. So that will help when all of my advents arrive, because I'm sure they're coming. So I'm trying to use more than I am purchasing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Is this going to keep me from buying yarn? Absolutely not. I'm still buying it. Just trying to buy less. And I am not trying to use all of my stash. That's not what this series is about. I am not trying to get to 0 skeins in my stash. That would stress me out. I'm cool with 190. I'm cool with like 100. Yeah. I'm cool with that. All right. For the year so far, grams in, 6,815, which is approximately 68 skeins. Grams out, 10,995. That is about 109 skeins, approximately, out of my stash. I just take that number and times it by 100 just to get, you know, like a number of skeins. Because when you hear 10,000 grams, you're like, how many skeins is that? So I am right now I am negative 4,180 so far for the year. So that's pretty good. That number got bumped up. That was excellent. It was like around 1,000. What's it last time was? Yeah. Last month it was 1,500. And then July was 16. Oh, June was bad. It was 900 at one point. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And I guess I already went through this, but January 1st, I had 269 skeins in my stash. That's what I started out with the year. So I am cooking. So yeah, I think that's it. That's all of my numbers. We got 35 episodes, or 35 episodes. I definitely need some more coffee. So yeah, we will see what October brings, since I won't be working on my blanket. And I don't know if I'm gonna actually finish the shawl in October. My numbers might be very, very low next month. We'll see. I'm kind of scared. So I got to be very good about my purchasing. But yeah, I think my numbers are actually, the more I think about it, there was one extra skein that I bought. So I have 2 Sewrella yarns coming, my Freckled Whimsy, and my Color Wheel Club from Ruby and Roses. So that's 4. I don't know if I'm going to be able to knit as many socks. But yeah, I have no idea. October might be very busy. I'm going to try to keep up with the clues. But as the shawl gets bigger, it gets harder. The first clue, I could do it. Second one, possibly. Third and fourth, I know I've done it in the past, so we will see. And I'm going to be using my Blackbird Sycamore Advent from 2024. I'm going to go scrappy this year, so we'll see. Maybe that will be motivating for me to keep going. I have not made a shawl since the last MCAL. My shawl mojo it's in the toilet. I don't know. I just want to work on socks and blankets. So maybe this will make me want to work on shawls again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not in any rush to, I'm not going to stress myself out trying to get to each clue. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. A lot of Saturdays are going to be busy with my daughter in her her marching band competitions. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But, yeah. And then my blanket, my Ruby and Roses blanket. That might save me. We'll see. All right, I think that's it. I am just rambling now. How you guys doing with are you guys doing like a stash down type thing? How are you guys doing? It's okay if you're buying a lot of yarn. I get it. It's very hard not to buy yarn. But if you're keeping track, let me know how you're doing. If you're just watching for watching's sake, then thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them. And hopefully I will see you for the next Stash Tales, or I will see you on my next episode. Bye!